Every time the high school fall sports season rolls around, every team has their eyes set on a state championship, but only one team can raise that trophy and bring home the gold. And this year, the Bishop Heelan Crusaders were able to do that in the 4A volleyball state title game. And joining us today on Coach's Corner is one of their assistant coaches, Brady Van Dusen. I want to thank you for being here, Coach.
Well, thanks for having us. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. So obviously an insane season, a lot of winning. Kind of walk us through start to finish the entire season.
Going in through the summer, we kind of knew we were going to be in a good spot. We kind of got worried there a little bit. We had some injury concerns, but the best thing about this group was from day one, all they wanted to do was win. We kind of had, we only lost 3 times, so it's kind of hard to say we had ups and downs, but we did have some ups and downs and kind of battled through those situations. And at the end of the day, the girls, they just stuck together and they wanted to win every day. And that's just, and only, 5 teams in the state get to win their last game. So the opportunity that we got to do that it's just awesome.
Absolutely. You kind of talk about the girls there. Go deeper into detail on, what makes this group unique and fun to be around.
I think the best part was in our seniors, we had 4 seniors. 2 of them have been 4-year starters. One of them had been a 3-year starter. So we had a ton of experience. They'd been in the tough situations. They made state kind of as a lower seed, and they kind of had that fire, to finish their high school career strong. And they went out there and they got it done. So.
Kind of walk me through, obviously they're great players on the floor, but what are they like off the floor?
They're a goofy, fun group. I mean, the best thing about us is, we keep it light. We like to have fun, but they just make every day coming to practice easy because they're lighthearted, but at the same time, they're willing to work hard. But they know when to make it light, when to work hard. So there was a great group to be around, and we really enjoyed, and those 3 months we had together as a team.
And when you got to Coralville, it was all business from that point forward. Let's go to that championship game. Go back a week or 2 here. Walk us through how that played out through your eyes.
Going in, we kind of knew what Pell was going to bring to us because we had played them twice this season. They beat us the first time, and then we beat them about a week later. That was early September. Season's still just getting going. But going into that championship game, we had all the confidence in the world, especially after coming back in that semifinal game. Just going in and, the message really to the girls was, as it was in the whole playoffs, the goal of the day is to go 1-0. So we went out there and those girls played, probably the best game we played all year and took care of business and brought home the trophy. So.
And here's a crazy stat. I saw it on the Heelan Athletics Twitter or X page, if you will.
Yeah.
In 5-set matches, you guys never went to a 4-set once. Kind of walk me through how that is even possible.
It's determination, and we kind of joke. The girls joke with us, like they always say, we don't want to play 4. We want to, we want to win the first 3. We want to get out of here. So that was kind of like the running joke all year was like, we don't want to go to 4. But honestly, I didn't even know that stat until the Athletics Twitter or X account tweeted that out, or however you want to say it. But no, it's just just a testament to the team. And then I think later, one of the other assistant coaches did the stats, and I think we were like 111 in sets all year. So, I mean, this team, we just didn't, we took every advantage we had to get the wins. And
you talked a little earlier about kind of the ups and downs, and like you said, didn't have a whole lot of downs, only lost 3 games on the season. But that's got to kind of be difficult as a coach to maybe try and correct things as you're winning, because they're maybe thinking to themselves, well, yeah, maybe I'm not hitting the best, but we're winning.
Yeah.
How do you guys as a coaching staff maybe find the little things to correct even in the wins?
So yeah, even in the wins, as a coach, you're always looking for something to work on in practice, the next week, the next day. So even in wins, you can find things, maybe we didn't pass as well as we wanted to. Maybe our hitting percentage was a little bit lower. Maybe our defense, we could have got a few more things up. So I really, put on our coaching staff. We really do a great job of getting those practice plans together and working on those things, even in the wins, to work on the little details. And I think that's why we did, so great, because we didn't get too high off a win that no matter what, we were like, all right, what do we need to work on to get better? So.
And let's kind of go into how you ended up being an assistant on this team. Obviously, you told me that you and Coach Boatman actually went to school together. Kind of walk me through how you ended up on this staff.
Coach Boatman was 2 years younger than me at Heelan. She was a volleyball player. My mom was actually one of her freshman or JV coaches at Heelan. But yeah, I played football at Heelan and then played football at Briarcliff. But I've been coaching athletics since 2013. So I have a decent amount of experience in 4 or 5 different sports. Coach Boatman gave me a call a couple years ago and said, hey, I have an opening on my staff. Love to bring you on. And it's been, the best opportunity. The 3 of the 4 years that I've been on staff, we made the state tournament. Very lucky to have really good athletes here at Heelan, and just blessed to have this opportunity that Lauren gave me, and I'm just kind of running with it right now. So,
I think my final question for you is, obviously it's got to mean a little more, something special to bring a state championship back to your alma mater. Kind of walk me through, the moment you realized it was happening.
I was blessed when I was a student athlete at Heelan that I was part of 4 state championship teams and my state runner-up team. So I'd kind of been through it, but I was talking with the other coaches before we played Pello. I was just like, I don't think I've ever been as nervous and as much anxiety right now. And even I've been played in those games, but when you're in a coach, you do all your work before. You can't, you don't have control of what the girls are going to do on the floor. And thankfully, my anxiety went away pretty quick with how the girls came out right away and took care of business. So,
absolutely. Well, I want to thank you one more time for joining us on Coach's Corner, and we want to wish you the best of luck next season. Thanks, Coach Van Dusen, for being here.
Hey, appreciate you having us.
You bet.
Thank you.